Hi, I'm Stacey, the owner of Shimmerz Paints. Today I want to share with you an idea using Shimmerz, of course, and Petaloo flowers. I love Petaloo flowers. They are just my all-time favorite. And Petaloo has a Color Me Crazy line, and it's just the absolute perfect thing with Shimmerz. I mean, you talk about Color Me Crazy, you could go crazy with all of these. But today what I specifically want to show you is how to use Shimmerz Petaloo flowers, and you're going to make jewelry. Like for instance, I have a pair of earrings that I made out of a Petaloo flower. I have this fun little funky pin that I made. Here's another pin that I did, another pair of earrings. These I absolutely love. These are the little teeny tiny Petaloo flower, and I made a pair of fun, funky type summery earrings. But what I want to really focus on is this. I am so excited to wear this with the sundress this summer, if summer ever gets here. And so we're going to talk about how I did this, because it's the same concept for everything else that I used for this pendant. So what I did is, oftentimes when you open your package of Color Me Crazy flowers, you'll see that some of them are stuck together. And that's a good thing, because it makes your job a whole lot easier. So what I do is I go in here and I'll separate these flowers, and I'll use my Mod Podge, and I will just adhere all of those flower petals together. And once I get them all put together so I know that nobody's going anywhere it shouldn't be going, then I'm ready to add my color. Of course, I let that dry, but for the sake of time, we're just going to move forward. So for the color I used for that flower, I used the Shimmerz colorings in Mandarin Mai Tai. The thing about Shimmerz colorings is you're going to get crazy intense color, but you're not going to get any shimmer. So if you want shimmer, you'll want to go with Vibes or Spritz. But we just want supercharged fun color today. So we're going with the Mandarin Mai Tai. Let me move these other guys. And you'll see how intense it is. Just with a couple of sprays, you're going to get really great color. So we're going to do the front. We'll spritz the back. Make sure everything's covered the way we want. And we're going to let it dry. Just let it sit there and be happy and dry. Once it is dry, we're going to pretend. Then I'm going to go in with my glossy accents, and I'm going to cover the entire surface with glossy accents, front, and pretend these are glued, and back. Then I can, while that's still wet, I can kind of form my petals just a little bit as it's drying, and you're going to get that flower look similar to this. Then I just add, you can add little beads. I made little beads out of clay, and I painted them with Tickle Me Turquoise because I love the orange turquoise combination. I think it's going to be so fun to wear. So that's how I did that. Now for this flower, I mean, you couldn't get much easier than this little pin. It was basically done for me. It's just so crazy easy. So same thing, I just pull my little, I don't know, you call that stamen on the flower? Is that what it's called? I don't know. Anyway, so I pull those up. This time I used Spritz in Tuscan Sun. And I'm going to mix all that shimmer that's on there because I want this flower to really shine. I don't know if you can see that, but you've got some really great shimmer going on there. And this is going to be awesome to wear. So, same exact thing. I just spritz that front, back, and when it's all dry, because these petals are a little bit different, I took my glossy accents and a paintbrush, and I just painted the glossy accents on each petal, and then I pulled them up, and I mean, you can see it's not a flimsy flower. It's got some good body to it. Then of course I took my Shimmerz in magenta, and I colored, I think that's called a stamen of a flower. Anyway, I colored those little guys. So you could just go crazy with colors, with textures, with sparkle, with shimmer. With this one, I added, it's just this kind of star type flower, and I just painted it with pixie dust, and I don't know if you can see the difference. I used blings, and on this flower, I hope you can see the difference between the painted and the unpainted. You got super, super crazy sparkle. You see that? And it's just that simple. I mean, and you don't have to be a jewelry designer to do this. You can just have tons of fun. As a little side note, my favorite glue for the pin backs or the earring backs is my E6000. Love that stuff. For these guys, can you see that? This is just this tiny little flower here. And what I did with it is I used my colorings again, lime into coconut, and I did both sides, just like we did the orange one, same exact concept. I used my glossy accents, and what I did is I would take a paintbrush and I would bend that, and I would give it that little kind of buttercup look, and that's how you're going to get your little cup, and then you're going to add the rest of your jewelry pieces to it. Super, super easy. So with that in mind, I hope that you'll take the time, a few minutes, and just make some jewelry, fun little things to wear for the summer, and enjoy your Petaloo flowers. I'm telling you, it's flower heaven. You're going to love them. Through the whole month of June, you will be able to see some fun videos that the Shimmerz Ed team is doing. All of their videos are Shimmerz and Petaloo, so they will give you tons of ideas. Thanks so much for joining me. If you make jewelry, please, I want to see. Have a great day.